Testnet. How we doing? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good nasty. All right, I'm just, I got a lot of work to do, so I thought maybe I'll turn on the stream since I'm gonna be here either way. How we doing? Y'all juicing on that pixel perfect cut joint? What's going on, Mad Lettuce? Compadre, Wiztard, what's going on? I wouldn't really say it's a weekend stream per se, but maybe later on we could do some altcoin nerd out. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta work on. Yeah, lots of places where you could have taken it. So the first thing to kind of understand, I think, is like the 103.8 line that we were talking about. So even if you didn't have blind limits in here, one is you can always wait for the pullback. So swing low, swing high. Oh my God, holy fuck, dude, that's 7.5. That's nutso. If you got stopped out right here, that's heartbreak right there. That's kind of fucked if you got stopped out right there. Definitely possible. I could see people getting stopped out right there, but I think it just kind of depends on if you really want to long this or not, if you really think this is worthy of a long or not. You know? I'm going to get filled here, but I could see some people getting stopped out right there. That would be a bummer. If you're somebody that already got filled here and you're going to put your stop loss here, you're already committed to the idea that on the swing high, swing low, you're going to have to market smash here. Because when you get above this golden pocket, it's going to go. So let's see what the golden pocket would. So let's say you got entered right here. You got stopped out right here. Oh yeah, you would have had to make a decision on if this was going to be worth it for you to chase. This is where you're chasing because obviously, once you get above here, you're going to be making a higher high. And I don't even know if you would have had time to do that. Let's see what it looks like on the smaller time frame. You definitely got when it made a higher high, it did a bullish retest on the 7.5. So, you know, that's again where you're thinking, well, if I don't get a bullish retest, I got to chase it. What does it look like on the 5-minute? Yeah, so you would have, so that's it right there. It pierced through. It immediately made an all-time high. You got a bullish retest at the 7. So yeah, this is it. Maybe you market smashed here, but you're already thinking, okay, if I'm going to put stops here, you have to enter here. So there you go. But structure change, you have to chase it there before a higher high is made. And now you're just changing structure left and right. So that's how you would have had to chase it if you were going to do it last night. But you already have to be thinking to yourself, because if you're not somebody that really thinks this is worthy of a long, you're probably going to get stopped out here and be like, oh, it's not working. No, that's wrong. That's where your structure change is going to come in. So you're going to have to be thinking to yourself, you have to get into a long before that higher high comes in if you're going to get stopped out here. Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, it's the weekend, so you could have just said, I'm going to wait until Monday for this to get cleaned and then take it. But that's how you always want to be thinking to yourself, okay, I did get filled. Okay, I am going to get stopped out here. Okay, if it does bounce from here, how do I chase it? So it's really just the idea of, yeah, you're going to always prioritize managing risk, But you also have to have a plan B and understand, okay, fuck, I got pixel fucked and stopped out. How do I chase this and re-enter it again? Yeah, so you always want to be thinking about the next thing. As long as you're prepared and thinking about the next thing, you're always going to be able to chase it if you want to. But it's kind of like this. It's going to take you multiple things to really figure out, because this kind of reminds me of this. And then remember when we were like, yeah, and then, you know, over the weekend, it's going to fuck around and then it'll clean it on Monday. Oh, I missed the long, fuck. Oh, I got to get into a short. Oh, God damn it, my long was right. Fuck. Oh, I missed my long, fuck. Oh, I missed my short, God damn it. Oh, the short was wrong. Oh, fuck, the short was right. Got him. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I wouldn't really trip about price action over the weekend. That's the moral of the story. Okay, JV? That's what with all that being said, that's what I was trying to say. Don't even trip. I told you on the Friday long that we were going to get round tripped. So most likely this will get round tripped as well. But if you wanted to play it, you know, there was a lot of like structure change that was going on that could have allowed you to chase it if you wanted to chase it. Synonym says, I haven't caught up on everything. That's okay. Yeah, we got filled on a long. I mean, you can literally hear me go, I have limits from here to here to here to here to here. Yeah, and I even said that I'll take it over the weekend if it happens. So I told you yesterday where all my blind limits were, the fact that I was going to take them over the weekend. I got filled live on stream earlier for partial. And we were already talking about it'll get cleaned over the weekend. So everything is there, Synonym. Yeah, and then we even talked about the scalp short and scalp long coming into tomorrow based on where we are when Sunday CME opens. So you can see that the low is bad, the high is bad. There's a chance for this. And like, look at this. I don't know if you saw this earlier, but you see this, right? We drew this line of yesterday. So if you have this line, you understand what this means, right? It's very important we get above here. And then yesterday, we also talked about the bullish retest of Consuelo, we need you. Yeah, so the only way that you can really fuck up longs and shorts is, I think, if you just don't take the time to listen to everything that we talked about. And remember, brother, it's not that I'm smart enough to talk about everything. It's that you guys are smart enough to ask me everything. You feel me? So, you know, make sure that you give your brothers and sisters credit. It's not that I cover everything. It's that you guys ask everything. You know, you understand that we have hundreds and thousands of people that are bullish, hundreds and thousands of people that are bearish. You got to take advantage of that. All right, big dog. But yeah, like I feel like I'm hella prepared because depending on how CME, like for example, do you understand that there's a difference if Sunday CME opens above this orange line or below this VWAP? That already kind of tells you, hey, we're going to clean the low, or hey, we're going to clean the high. And if you don't understand that, then what I would want you to do is maybe take the weekend and nerd out a little bit on what CME ETH gap on Sundays, what they can kind of represent. Okay? Do you know what a bullish gap is on CME? And do you know what a bearish gap is on CME? Do you know what it would need to do for it to confirm that it is a bearish gap or it is a bullish gap? Because just because you see a bearish or bullish gap doesn't mean that it's going to actually react bullish or bearishly. There's going to be 30-minute, 60-minute, and structural components that you need to be able to see for it to confirm it is actually a bullish or bearish gap. If it doesn't do those things, you can actually fade it and actually go long on a bearish gap or go short on a bullish gap. So these are like basic strategies that you can Google and you can YouTube. And not only can you have somebody explain it to you, but you can also go back to the previous Sunday CME gaps and see for yourself, is this how you're supposed to play it? So it's Saturday morning, afternoon, and evening for a lot of you guys, but until Sunday CME ETH gap opens, we won't really know for sure if the scalp long or the scalp short is the most opportunistic. All right. But that uncertainty is the reason why I said, fuck it. Even if this comes over the weekend, I'm going to take it. And I did. Sounds good? I wish I knew, but I don't. That's why I said, fuck it. I'm going to have to take that long, even if it happens on a weekend. And it is a shitty low, so that'll probably get cleaned. But I don't know when they're going to clean it. So if Sunday CME ETH is above the orange line, and then we're going to do like a bullish retest of the Consuelo level that we talked about, then that's fantastic. And even if it doesn't, if it fails below, if it's a failed auction, then I know what, I'm going to be thinking, oh shit, we're going to clean that later. And then I'm down to take that. Right? So we talked about all that earlier if you want to rewind and get caught up, but I think we're good. A lot of it is just going to be basic strategy, I think, on tomorrow and Monday. So, all right. I'm not really doing TA today, though, because I think anything is possible over the weekend. I'm just trying to not get stopped out. You know what it is. Macaulay weekend, I'm just trying to not get stopped out. I'm not really... Yeah, no Sol long yet for me. You want to nerd out on Sol a little bit later? So if you took like a long from here, I think that's Gucci Magucci. Obviously the 157 level is where you need to get above. Yeah, all I have are Sol shorts. Yeah, but here you go. Yeah, so I haven't gone long on Sol yet, but these are the levels, right? Yeah, so you said I took the 152.64 long. That's awesome. That's really the only place that you're supposed to, right? So we've had that marked out for quite some time. The 152. The low is ass. So I think for me to long Sol, I'm probably going to just wait for VWAP. Yeah, so VWAP is a little bit lower. Ideally, I would want like 120 for a long on Sol, as you know, probably. Here's the thing with like altcoins. You guys know what I need to see for it to be altcoin season, right? And has any of those things happened? So in my mind, altcoin season hasn't happened yet. Okay? But I'm still down to long altcoins, right? Because what I'm trying to do is between now and June 17th or June 18th or when FOMC is, I'm going to start to long altcoins to front run rate cuts. So I'm always down. But since altcoin season hasn't started for me, and if Bitcoin goes to 90 or 92, or it can't hold the 100 level, altcoins are going to get shit on real hard, in my opinion. So altcoins, I think prefer to be in shorts right now, and that's what I'm in. So if you remember, we were trying to short Sol above 176, this box right here. I'm sure you guys know what it is. So for me to like get bullish on this bitch, we needed to do this. Otherwise, you know, this range right here, just looking and then failing it's not good enough for me. So yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for you. If you are gonna take a long, that 152 is the first place to do it, right? I think for me, I rather wait for VWAP. I want to see a little bit more of a pullback, maybe like in the 130s. But I think 120 is where I would want to maybe long SOL. So I might have to wait. I might not get it. I might have to end up chasing it. If we do like a bounce. But these VWAPs are kind of important to me. So for now, I'm going to be watching this zone to see if it, you know, can climb back up, or if it concedes and it starts to head lower below that VWAP. Yeah, because I mean, even look at like Biddy on the 4 hour, for example. If these were 5-minute candles, I would be like, oh, fuck. If these were 5-minute candles, I would already be like, dude, this is fucked. This is kind of why the Sunday CME open, is it above or is it below, is kind of important. But yeah, if you were gonna take a long, if I was gonna take a long on Bitcoin, then yeah, we've had that marked for quite some time. So yeah, that would be, I think you did the right thing. But that looks like it's gonna get cleaned. JV says VWAP on the top of the box. Yes, always, you know, think about structure, invalidation. Yeah, I mean, if you get a swing fail and all of these shorts stopped out, you know, and I know, JV, that you understand the bullish retest that might happen on this box, right? So you might have some scenarios that you need to start thinking about, especially as we approach Sunday CME. So you actually have 24 hours. Like how you would chase it responsibly, because you can't just be waiting for that to get cleaned on Monday, because that's the easy one. So, you know, make sure you're thinking about, well, fuck, man, what if I have to take this VWAP? What I have to take the blue line? What if it's a trident? You know, the best case scenario for you is it doesn't get above, it comes back, you know, and it gives you another trident opportunity. So you definitely, at that point, have to take it, you know? You can't be like, oh, I'm going to wait for that to get swept. No. You like, do you understand that you're going to have to take that if it gives it to you, like in an hour or two, or whenever I end the stream and they say activate manipulation? So if you leave that high intact and it starts to pull back, I hope you know, show up tomorrow at least attempting it. And then you would be thinking, yes, it could get swept. So you're going to have to be aggressive with putting your stop loss, you know, but just in case they leave it like that, I think you would want to take it. This is where it really truly comes into like a subconscious test of if you're really bullish or if you're just more on the verge of, I don't want to miss out. Because if there's a difference between actually being bullish and wanting to long and just trying to chase money and not want to miss out and not have that feeling of not juicing when everybody else is juicing, because that's a completely different emotional thing you got going on. And, you know, if you feel like that, then you're fucked even worse than not knowing the math, you know? You expect it not to even come back? Yeah, well, the good news is everybody's going to try to long that VWAP and they're going to get stopped out. They're going to be thinking like you. They're not going to be expecting it to pull back. So when it does, like they're going to try to take the 382 or the 05 or that VWAP. Watch it lose the VWAP. That's why we drew that blue line. You know, if you're going to long it, you would actually want to either tap the blue line or even lose the blue line, but come back right above it. So if you get a chance, you know, you would want it to lose VWAP, maybe even lose blue line, get you filled below the blue line, and then the way in which you would know that you're actually good for the long is structure holds and you are back above the blue line and VWAP relatively quickly. You know, and then this is where like, well, you don't have good enough volume to trust if something is support or resistance. So you're going to have to wait for structure change, and you're probably going to compensate lack of volume with what? With time. So you're going to have to do shit like 2, 3, 30-minute or 15-minute candles below or above the blue line and VWAP. So kind of tricky. But this is where you start to figure out like, fuck. Now that I think about it and I do the math, if I'm going to take this and my stop loss is here, well, fuck, I shouldn't have gotten stopped out. I should have just, if I did get stopped out, I was going to either re-enter at the golden pocket, which is actually end up being the same thing, or just hold that. Because the the risk reward on this 7.5 stopped out here is a little bit better than this. So this is kind of like this is why you might want to kind of figure out which one do I want to take. Yeah, but there's really no right or wrong, you know? But like for you, bro, all you really need to do is just hold this. You're allowing yourself deviations of how much is that? About $124, it looks like. About $120, $150. So yeah, like imagine a like a bank and then bank. And then what you really want is a continuation of this narrative. So you go up, swing fail, these guys get fucked. Fuck. Okay? But not all of them. This guy's really fucking tripping probably. You know, 2.4 million right there. 2.3 million right here. Dude, this guy's short 2.3 million from there, chat. RIP. Fuck! Leave me alone, Kimba. Sorry about that, Mario. So yeah, swing fail. These guys, all of these guys, like the reasonable people, they close. Okay? We get a swing fail. Yeah, that's what you get, Kimba. That's what you get for making fun of me, you dumbass. Yeah, I'm about to be break even, bitch. I'm about to be break. Now I'm break even. Now I'm. Fuck. And then what you really want is, oh my God, please, please, please. I swear to God, I'm going to close it. I'll close it at break even. Please, please, please. I promise I'll close it at break even. Psych! I'll close it in profit when we swing fail that hoe. I'm gonna actually add. Pa-bing, 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 pa-bing. Fuck! Yeah, so the open interest shall tell us, yes?